Welcome to Road to Platinum, a time attack video guide for Initial D Arcade Stage 8. This video will cover one way to platinum Usui counterclockwise. Usui is a great course for those starting to learn Initial D8. There's a good variety of corners with varying complexity which require players to utilize most of the techniques in the game. Usui is the second course after Lake Akina and also is a 2-lap circuit. For the counterclockwise route, the main features are the following: 2 wide turns, a wide hairpin, 2 consecutive hairpins, a sharp hairpin into a hard left, and a hard left into a sharp hairpin. The specialist cutoff time is 2 minutes and 41 seconds, while the platinum cutoff time is 2 minutes and 48 seconds. The course car for the counterclockwise route is the SIL 80 RSP13, although platinum rank can be achieved with any car, given its at least X spec. For this run, I will be using a Honda S2000 AP1, a 6-speed manual. The same techniques apply to a 5-speed as well as manual or automatic transmission. Usui begins with a long straightaway. Shift up to your highest gear as quickly as possible. The first segment is 2 gradual turns, the second is sharper than the first. Do your best to stay in the lane closest to the inside wall in each bend. I sometimes gas off if I'm sliding outward. The entrance to the first hairpin is gradual, but the exit is sharp and narrow. I prefer to take this without drifting. I start wide and turn in as I pass the banners on the right. I lock the wheel to the left and aim for the inside wall just as the exit begins to sharpen, then gas off at the apex to turn harder as the road narrows. While it's possible to drift this hairpin for a faster time, I found gassing off is a lot more reliable. Next comes the consecutive hairpins. For the first hairpin, I brake cancel 4 times while locking the wheel to the left. As the inflection point approaches, I brake cancel 3 times and lock the wheel to the right to drift the second hairpin. I control the drift with the gas and wheel and gas on as I exit. If you're having trouble with this section, I recommend brake canceling before each hairpin but gas off everywhere else to assist with cornering. Stay on the inside on the next gradual turn. For the sharp hairpin, I feint outward with the outer wall, brake cancel 4 times, gas off, and lock the wheel to the right. I actually start turning a little late, but I correct it with a tap on the brake. If you find yourself not turning hard enough, either shift down while brake canceling or tap the brake mid-drift to slow down as I did. A slightly slower exit speed is better than the speed loss from hitting the wall. Next is a hard left. Again, try to stay on the inside lane, gassing off if you're sliding outward. I exit this corner on the left side to set up for the last hairpin. For the final hairpin, I feint outward with the wall, brake cancel 4 times with the finishing gas tap while locking the wheel to the right. I return the wheel and gas on as I see my exit line. Stay on the inside lane for the gradual left, and that's the first lap. Just repeat the same techniques for the second lap and you should be in good shape for platinum. Here I get ambitious and try to gas on throughout the hairpin. You can see me get anxious with the wheel towards the end, but I gas off to recover without hitting the walls. Same technique as last time for the double hairpin segment. I initiate the first drift with 4 brake cancels and keep gas on, and again with 4 brake cancels for the second drift. Remembering my mistake on the first lap, I choose to overdrift this hairpin with 4 brake cancels and a gas tap. You can see the car begin to oversteer at the apex, but I recover with some quick wheel work. On the final hairpin, I brake cancel 5 times but miscalculate and turn too soon. To avoid hitting the inside wall, I delay a brief moment before turning again and hold the wheel longer at the exit to make sure I clear the corner. The result is this embarrassing pendulum-like oversteer recovery, but it works. Even with the mistakes I made on this run, I finished about 1.5 seconds under the platinum cutoff, so there's definitely room for error. I should note that this is by no means the best or fastest method, but consider using this as a starting point when aiming for platinum rank. Experiment with your technique and discover what works best for you.